All right, last ride for both of you. I want to ask you both, because you walked on campus here, fall of 19? Do you remember the first time you met?
I think we met, but actually, I do remember the first time I met Jada. It was actually in California at a camp that Coach Bear put together out there for, because she recruits a lot out there. So I was out there for PGF. Jada was out there because she lives out there, and Coach Bear put a little camp together for some of the recruits, and that's where we met.
What do you remember about your first encounters, and then obviously coming in the fall as a freshman?
I just knew what Coach Bear was doing for this program, and I knew that she was recruiting the best, and I was excited to play with Shannon and like the whole recruiting class that was coming in 2019. And I'm just glad that me and Shannon are still here together.
You two are going to be basically linked because you're part of the same class. You've been so much history of this program. There's jerseys of you, and you both have jerseys every time there's stands. What's it been like to kind of transcend the program and help promote the program the way you both have? Starting with you, Shannon.
Honestly, it's been a blessing. It's been everything I could ever dream of and more. I never would have thought, as a little kid, I would be in the position that I'm in today to really get to be a part of history every single day. I talked about it a little bit last night. There's truly nothing that's more motivating than that, to just be a part of something that's just propelling into greatness. And I feel like that's what we've been able to be a part of. And I just feel so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for Coach Bear. I'm so grateful for this program. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to get an education. And I can't wait to finish strong this year.
I don't think we could have done it without Coach Bear and just the program as a whole. Just to see where the program was and where it's going in like the right direction, I think it's a great thing just leaving the program better than we found it, and coming back in the next few years and just to see how the program just continues to grow. But I think it's just a dream come true. Like, I was one of the little girls in the stands cheering for my favorite player. So just to see that and just the atmosphere grow here each year, our fan base gets more and more like they really like stay with us and are connected with us. So I think that just to see the growth in that is really a big thing for UCF softball as a whole.
Obviously, when you were both freshmen, you had the veterans took you under your wings. Jasmine Esparza for you, Shannon at first base. Who took you under your wing, Jada, when you were a freshman?
I had Kia and Aaliyah White, and then the year after, Gianna.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So now you're in that role. Tell me about some of the new faces, the freshmen, and who do you see as that player that could be, it's kind of in that boat where you were as a freshman, and you think could have big promise for this program moving forward?
So I actually room with two freshmen, Alexis and Issa, and my goal this year was really just to put them under my wing and kind of just lead them, and really just to show them the ropes before I leave, and it's been a blessing. I've gotten really close with both of them, and Issa being a pitcher, I've allowed me to just help her with her confidence and just really developing her, because she has a lot to offer for this team, and this program's in good hands with her. And then with Alexis, just literally just going balls to the wall, and she's shy, but allowing her to get out of her shell, and I see her true self when she's in the room, and so just really allowing her just to grow in that aspect of you don't have to be shy everywhere you go. Everyone, it's your confidence goes a long way. So being able just to lead those two, and then I have Ava in my room too. So just two pitchers and an outfielder. So just to have them in my room, I think it was a great connection, and I love my room.
I think that all the freshmen have come in super hungry and wanting to learn and super focused, and honestly, they've really impressed me. And I think that the thing that impresses me the most about that class is just their level of softball IQ is through the roof. They're pushing people like me and Jada, and it's awesome, and that's exactly what we need to reach our goals. Honestly, I think all of them, I connect with all of them just in different ways. I connect with CC and Ray because they're in the infield, and we spend a lot of time together on defense. But Issa, I talk to all the time. Alexis, Taylor, I talk to all of them all the time. Samantha Del Hoya. It's hard for me to pick one. I would say I spend the most time with CC and Ray in the infield, but I think I connect with all of them in different ways, and it's been so cool to be able to just help them grow and help them propel this program so that they can be in the same shoes as me and Jada one day.
You both have, obviously, Becca Mueller now as your hitting coach, and you got Jen as your defensive coach. Describe that. What's it like? being with both of them?
I love it. It's a lot of softball IQ there. Just having both of them, giving different perspective on their journey in softball, I think it's just a big thing for us. And just the love that they have for the game. Coach Jen's in love with defense. Defense wins championship. That's like her like literally all she says. And like Coach Becca coming in her first year, and I just see the growth that the hitting program has done on this side. And I'm just excited to see what this program has to offer this year. We are very talented, and I will say, going to Super Regionals 2 years ago, this team is way talented than that year. And I'm just excited to see what this team has.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like Jada said, softball IQ is through the roof. I mean, we have some of the most elite minds in the game in that building right there, and I think it's going to propel us to places that we've never been before. And working with Coach Becca this year has been awesome. She, like I said, just has such an elite mind. She can see things that I'm like, how did you even catch that? Like, that was crazy. And then Coach Jen is just a mastermind on defense, and she's so detail oriented that it causes us to be detail oriented, and I think that's something that really is going to take our defensive game up to the next level. So I'm honored and blessed to be playing for them and learning from them, and I feel like my game has grown tremendously.
To be a part of a historic year, you'll be the first part of the first UCF team to play in the Big 12. When I say the Big 12, what comes to your mind? Big 12 is arguably one of the most elite conferences in college softball at this time, so it's super cool. It's super exciting. We're being put on a stage that we deserve to be on, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would argue and say the same thing. And I'm so excited to have the platform that we're going to have, and have the competition that we're going to have. I think we're going to have some awesome games out here on the Plex, and I'm so excited to be able to bring that to Night Nation, and for Night Nation to be able to experience that with us, and for us to be able to go out on this note and with this platform and with all these opportunities, it's so awesome, and I can't wait.
I think the Big 12 is just the best of the best. Especially for softball, I think it's one of the best conferences for softball, and it's shown over the years. But I think it's like the right position for UCF softball, and I think the program's heading in the right direction in this conference. And we have a lot to offer for this conference. So I'm excited just to see what we have to offer for this program in this conference.
Tell me what you admire about your teammate. Jada, what do you admire about Shannon? And Shannon, what do you admire about Jada? One thing that you admire and you're like, man, I wish I could do what she could do.
I think her just pouring into the program, and it's not just about her. Like, it's about what the program needs, and I think that's just like the biggest thing, in her dedication. Like, if you come to the softball field, you will see Shannon in the batting cages. If you ever need to see Shannon, like, she's in the batting cages. So I just think that just the dedication, the hard work, from her freshman year to now, and like, she's grown a lot, and it's just a blessing to see that, to see how much work she's put in, and to see that her goals and her accomplishments are coming to reality. And I think that's just a big thing. It's just like her really just trusting herself is a big thing.
Thanks, man. I really admire Jada's competitiveness. First of all, I think she, every time we enter squad and I'm not on the same team as Jada, which I'm not often, I'm always like, all right, let me back up a few steps here. And that's just not because of her ability, but it's like her demeanor on the field. It's just competitive. It's scary. It's, I'm going to win this battle right here. And I think it's so awesome the way she carries herself out there. And I think that's contagious to the group. And I think it elevates us as a team. And I also really admire her faith, just in the Lord and the reasons that she plays. And she shows that so unconditionally. And I think it's so awesome to be able to let other people see that, and let other people see the work that God's doing in her.
My last question to both of you. You both currently have been involved on the roster, 151 wins while you're here. By the end of the year, you'll be the 2 winningest players in the history of this program. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to say about each of you 5-10 years from now when you come for an alumni event? When they say Jada Cody and Shannon Doherty, what do you want them to say?
None of the accomplishments that I achieved, all the accomplishment that the team has achieved, and that we just left the program better than we found it. I think that's just the biggest thing, that we led the program in the right direction. And just to come back to see what this facility and the stadium has looked like in like the next 5 years. So I think that's what I want to be remembered and seen as. I just left the program better than where I found it.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. You know, the wins and losses on the field are great, and you know, I feel so blessed to be one of the, you know, most winningest players and all these things. But at the end of the day, I think I just really want to be remembered for the way I treated people out here, and the way I led out here, and the way I carried myself and my demeanor. And I just want the girls to remember me as someone that they could come to at all times, and you know, just a great person, a great leader, and like Jada said, someone that left this place better than they found it, someone that loved this place through and through it. And I would do anything for the night, so I hope that's what people remember about me.
Shannon, back when I first met you, you were getting an extra year to learn under Jasmine Williams because of that extra COVID year. Now you are in that very same position. What is it like for you to now be in the same position Jasmine was in, and now what's it like to look at these freshmen and be like, if history had gone a little differently, I would have never met these people?
Yeah, honestly, it gives me the chills to kind of think about it, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than where I am today. And I think it's been so awesome to be able to kind of mentor some of these girls into being great. And like you said, I had someone that did that for me, and I don't think I would be in the position I am today without those years learning under the belts of those seniors in that class. I think that the 2019 team, those seniors really set the tone, and they're the cornerstones of our culture, and they don't get enough credit. So I hope that I can be the same thing for these girls, and really put them in a position where they can take this place and grow it even further than we have.
Jada, with so many different utility players and returning players, how is this team dangerous in the flexibility that you guys can pull off on?
I think it's really cool because if you're hitting, Coach Bear's gonna find you in the lineup, and like we have so many utility. Like I could be thrown in the outfield, like Cece could be thrown in the outfield. So just being like having that depth and that versatility is really big because we have a lot of big hitters. So allowing Coach Bear to be able to like work with the lineup and move us around, I think that's just going to be a big thing with this team this year and moving forward.
With so many returning faces, returning starters from last year, how is this a different team than from last year for both of you?
I think it's a way different team, to be honest with you. I think that we have really gotten an unbelievable amount of time to learn each other and to learn to trust each other and to learn what each other needs. And I think that that's going to be a huge advantage for us because not a lot of teams get to return most of their starting lineup, like you just said. And, you know, we spent most of the summer together. We spent this entire fall together. We've had a lot of team building and learning moments and growth together, and we've been through a lot together. And I think that those moments that you have when you're just kind of grinding through something together as a group and as a unit, you're leaning on each other, those are the moments that are going to propel you through the 11 inning games and help you pull out a win.
Jada, what about you?
I think it's exciting because a few years ago we were a young team and now we have a lot of vets on the team. So just allowing that to play a role in like playoffs and like we've already been there, it's nothing new to like half the team. I think it's going to go a long way, just especially in the Big 12. Like we have a lot of like vets coming back and we've already played a lot of Big 12. So just having that is definitely going to be a big thing for this year.
What's it going to take for this team to make a return trip to Oklahoma City in the NCAAs?
I think it's going to take, us outlasting ourselves. I think that if we continue to play against our best selves and we continue to play for each other and for the right reasons and for our culture, and we continue to lean into our team roles and to lean into each other and we don't get distracted, it's going to be no problem. But those are the things that we're really going to need to do, and those are some of the toughest things to do. So I think it's really going to be a test of can we continue to compete against our best selves even when that's the toughest thing to do in the moment.
I think just not letting all like the outside like information, all that like dictate how we play and just playing our best selves. I think that's just a big thing. Like we have a lot of talent and I think we just have to use that at the best of our ability and really just rely on everyone through the lineup 1 through 27. Like everyone can play a part, and every role is important. I think that's just a big thing of if you're not starting one game, then you're all like against the fence cheering your teammate on. I think that's just going to be the big thing. It's just rallying together and sticking together, win or loss. I think that's just going to be a big thing for us.
Awesome. Well, best of luck this season, ladies.